Dear students, today we discuss a system proposed by engineer Ahmad Ukar. This system is discussed in his paper in 2002. Paper title is A Prototype Model for Chaos Studies, International Journal of Engineering Science, volume 40, page number 251. Analysis of this system is discussed by me in 2016 in this paper published in Signal Image and Video Processing. The modeling delay differential equation is x dot of t equal to delta x of t minus tau minus epsilon x of t minus tau raised to 3, where delta and epsilon are positive parameters and as usual tau is the delay. Here the term x of t is absent in the right hand side. Okay, so right hand side contains the terms involving delay only. There is cubic nonlinearity involved in this system. For some parameter values, this system shows chaotic oscillations. So let us analyze the system. First, we find equilibrium points. For that, we call this right hand side as f of x of t comma x of t minus tau. Equilibrium points. So f of x star equal to 0 gives x star into delta minus epsilon x square equal to 0. Okay. So here we substitute x star for x of t minus tau. Okay. This should be x star. Okay. So this gives x star equal to 0 and x star equal to plus minus square root of delta divided by epsilon. Okay. Delta and epsilon are positive. So these are real numbers. Therefore, x1 star equal to 0, x2 star equal to square root delta by epsilon, and x3 star equal to minus square root delta by epsilon are equilibrium points. Next thing is stability of equilibrium points. For this, we need partial derivatives of f. Okay. We have del f by del x at x1 means instead of x of t we put x and y of t we put x of t minus tau we put y of t. Okay, so what is f of xy here? F of xy is delta y minus epsilon y2. Okay, here f of xy equal to delta y minus epsilon y2. Therefore, we have del 1, that is partial derivative with respect to x. It is 0, and del 2 means partial derivative with respect to y is delta minus 3 epsilon y square. Okay. Now we discuss stability of first equilibrium point x1 star. So here we have A equal to del 1 f at x1 star, it is 0, and B equal to del 2 f at x1 star. So we substitute x and y to be 0. Okay, so it is simply delta. Okay, and delta is positive. So a plus b is equal to delta, which is positive. This implies x1 star is unstable for all values of delta. Next is stability of x2 star and x3 star. Okay, we know that this del 1 is always 0 and del 2 contains the term y square. Okay, so whether it is x2 star or x3 star, its square is same. Square is delta by epsilon. Okay, so stability of x2 star is same as stability of x3 star. Okay. Stability of x2 star and x3 star. A equal to del 1 f is 0 and B equal to del 2 f evaluated at x2 star is same as del 2 f evaluated at x3 star, and it is, so instead of y we y square we put delta by epsilon. Okay, so that it is delta minus 3 epsilon into delta by epsilon. So that this is delta minus 3 delta. So minus 2 delta. Okay. So therefore A plus B equal to minus 2 delta, it is negative. Okay. In this case we compare A and A is 0, B is minus 2 delta, so B is less than A. If B is less than A, then we have critical value of B. Okay. Therefore there exists tau star equal to 1 upon square root B square minus A square cos inverse minus A upon B. It is equal to 1 upon square root B square. So it is 4 delta square minus A square is 0. So it is simply 1 upon 2 delta. 1 upon 2 delta into cos inverse A is 0. So cos inverse 0. And this is nothing but pi by 2. So our tau star is pi by 2 into 2 delta, that is 4 delta. Okay, so this is critical value such that x2 star and x3 star are asymptotically stable for 0 less than tau star, that is pi by 4 delta, and unstable for tau greater than tau star. Okay, that's all. This is stability of x2 and x3 star. Now important observation is stability of this system depends only on delta, not on epsilon. Okay, so stability of this system is free from epsilon. Whatever epsilon may be, qualitative properties will not change. Okay, so qualitative properties, that means stability depends on delta. Of course, equilibrium points depend on epsilon. Okay, if we change epsilon, the equilibrium points will change. The stability is independent of epsilon. Now let us verify these results, and we also check chaos in this system. Okay. Okay. So in particular, we take delta equal to epsilon equal to 1. Of course, we can select any other set. Okay. So stability depends on delta. As we have seen, critical value is pi upon 4 delta. Okay. So here the critical value is pi upon 4. This value is approximately 0.78539. Okay. So if we select smaller value of delay, then two equilibrium points are stable. What are other two equilibrium points? X2 star and X3 star. So let me write equilibrium points are one is fixed, that is 0. Other are plus minus square root delta by epsilon. Okay. So that plus minus 1. So 0 is always unstable, and these two equilibrium points 1 and minus 1 are asymptotically stable if we choose tau less than this pi by 4. Let me take 0.7, which is very close to this critical value, okay, but smaller. And now we select initial condition between 0 and 1, and then between 0 and minus 1. Say 0.5. So and this all x dash is equal to x of t minus tau. So it is delta x of t minus tau minus epsilon. Epsilon is also 1. X of t minus tau raised to. You can see that there are some oscillations, and finally things are settling. So plot range all. Okay, we can see that there are oscillations, but these are settling to equilibrium point 1. Similarly, we take negative initial condition, say minus 0.5, and we are again getting same thing. Next thing is to select this tau bigger than this critical value, say 0.8. We start from 0.8. We can see that there are oscillations. Okay, we can skip some initial values, say from 400 or 300 to 500. We also sketch parametric plot. This is phase plane x of t and x of t minus tau. Okay. Here we can observe this closed orbit. Okay. So it is far from origin. So if we select axis origin at 0, 0, then we can have this small figure. Otherwise, it will be bigger. Okay. So I'm removing this axis origin so that it will adjust the figure. Okay. So it will look like this. Axis origin is not at 0, 0. Okay. So this is closed orbit as we observe. Okay. Similarly, we can find closed orbit if we consider negative initial condition, say minus 0.5, or let me take say minus let me take which is less than minus 1, say minus 1.2, and let us see. Okay, again we are getting similar, and now we consider larger value of delay, say 1. Again we have closed orbits. Now say 2. There are unbounded things. So instead of 2, I'm taking 1.1. I'm running again. This is again for 1.1, say 1.3. Okay, so period doubling started. Okay, so 2 cycle for 1.3. And similarly, we have 2 cycle with negative initial conditions. Okay. Now let us take 1.4. Okay, so this is also 1 cycle, but it looks different. Okay, so different type of closed orbit again for 1.4. And now even if we take negative initial values, we are getting the same thing. Okay, so earlier the closed orbits were different, means depending on initial conditions. Okay, coexisting closed orbits. Okay, so negative side as well as positive side. Now as we go on, okay, when we take tau equal to 1.4, okay, I think we should check for tau equal to 1.3 also with negative. Yeah, exactly, we checked. For tau equal to 1.3, again we are getting 2 different closed orbits. When tau equal to 1.4, okay, so here we can see that these things are around 3 equilibrium points. One equilibrium is 0, 0, origin. Okay, so when we are discussing phase portrait, then equilibrium point is order pair x star comma x star. Okay, so it is 0, 0, then 1, 1. Okay, so 1, 1 is here, and minus 1 is here. Okay, so these are about these 3 equilibrium points. Okay. And now doesn't matter whatever initial condition may be, except equilibrium point. If our initial condition is equilibrium, then we get constant orbit. Okay, so except equilibrium, we are getting such things in the neighborhood, of course. Now let us increase this value, say 1.5. No any change. Let us take 1.6. Now there is change. So it seems that we are moving to chaos. Okay. Now whatever our initial condition may be, this will not affect this behavior. Okay. Now instead of 500, we are taking up to 1,000 or say 2,000. Okay. So that the chaotic attractor will look better. Okay. So maybe we take 1,000. Okay. It looks good. 1.6, then 1.7. Again, similar thing. Let us take 1.8. Becomes unbounded. Okay. Let us run this case for a small time and then we observe what happens. Okay. So I'm taking very small value, say 100. Then let us see. Not sketching parametric plot, and I'm sketching from 0 to n. That is also problem. Let me take smaller. Say 10. Okay. And we take 20. Okay. So we can see that around 20, it is going to minus infinity. Okay. So solutions are unbounded when we take tau equal to 1.8 and higher. Okay. We can summarize these results. Okay. So if we select our delay value less than this critical value, then we get stable solutions. Okay. So it depend on initial condition. Initial condition, if initial condition is in the neighborhood of 1, solution will converge to 1. If it is in the neighborhood of -1, it will converge to -1. If we take higher value, say this value is 0.785398, for 0.8 we get periodic orbits up to, okay, then period 2, period 3, etc. Okay, so for 1.3 we are observing 2 cycle. Okay, maybe in between values can be considered. Say 1, what happens at 1? Again closed orbit, say 1.1, closed orbit 1.2. Okay, closed orbit. At 1.3 we are getting certain double 2 cycle. Okay, and then 1.4 again, it is one cycle but different. Okay, it is changing. So let us note down all these things, and then we observe chaos around 1.6. Okay, 1.6 to 1.8, and from 1.8 things are unbound. Let us note down. Observations. We take epsilon equal to delta equal to 1. Therefore, equilibrium points are 0, 1, and -1. Critical value of delay is tau star equal to 0.785398. Okay. So this is nothing but 5 or 4. Okay. So what are observations? First thing, if 0 less than tau star, then we get stable orbits. Yes, converging to 1 or -1, depending on initial conditions. Second thing, for tau greater than tau star and less than or equal to 1.2 tau star, less than 1.2, but we get one cycle, closed orbit, one cycle. Third observation, of course, one cycle, and there are coexisting cycles, means depending on initial conditions. Okay. We observe one cycle. These closed orbits are there are coexisting closed orbits, I should say. There are coexisting closed orbits. That is, the initial condition in the neighborhood of x2 star, that is 1, produces different closed orbit than that of x3 star equal to -1. That means if we select initial condition in the neighborhood of 1, we get one closed orbit. And if we select initial condition in the neighborhood of -1, then we get different closed orbit. Okay. Next observation. For beyond 1.2. So 1.3, we get coexisting two cycle. Okay. Tau equal to 1.3. We get coexisting two cycle. Okay. Actually, such details should be discussed for the system which we discussed last time. Okay, so Mackey glass system. Mackey glass system, we have shown all the experiment but not written all these details. So it is homework that we should write all these details in the similar fashion. Okay. Then fourth observation, next value of tau, that is 1.4. So for 1.4 and 1.5, I think. Okay, let me check once. 1.4 we are getting one cycle, but it is around all these three equilibrium points. Okay, not about single equilibrium point. So 1.4 and 1.5 now equal to 1.4 and 1.5. We get closed orbit around all these three equilibrium points. Okay. So it is around all these three equilibrium points. Now what happens when we increase tau, tau equal to 1.6, 1.7, we are getting chaotic solutions. Observation. Tau equal to 1.6 and 1.7, chaos. Okay. We get two scroll attractor. Okay, last time but we discussed Mackey glass system, there was one scroll attractor. Now here it is two scroll. What is meant by two scroll attractor? Let me say. Okay, so there are two lobes. So this is called as two scroll attractor. Okay, the upper half is around equilibrium point 1, 1. Okay, order pair 1, 1. Okay, and the below part it is around 1, 1, and the equilibrium 0, 0. 0 is connecting these two lobes. Okay, so equilibrium point which is refailing or unstable, it is connecting these two scrolls, and these 1 and -1, these equilibrium points are of the same kind. Okay, so this 0 is always unstable. It is like a source, and these are like a saddle, unstable, saddle instability. Okay, because these are stable for some values of delay, unstable for other values. Okay, so this is called as double scroll attractor. Earlier, what we studied Mackey glass system. It was one scroll. Let me see that file. Okay, so this is Mackey glass system. Okay, so this is one scroll attractor, Mackey glass system. It is around only one equilibrium. Okay, if we change initial condition, we get another attractor coexisting. It is around other equilibrium, and there is no any relation with origin. Okay, so it was different case. So this is double scroll attractor. We get double scroll or two scroll attractor. And last observation is when tau is equal to 1.8, or in fact when we take tau greater than or equal to 1.8, we get unbounded solutions. We get unbounded. Okay, so what is meant by unstable? If tau is greater than tau star, we get unstable solutions. Okay, so there are so many things in unstable. Okay, unstable means it can be closed orbit oscillating solutions, periodic oscillations. It can be chaotic oscillations or periodic. Okay, or it can be unbounded. Okay, so all these things are in unstable region. Okay. So you may select different values of parameters. Okay, I selected delta equal to epsilon equal to 1 and observed all these things. You may select other value and observe. Thank you.